the 30-odd years that I've been called, and 18 plus years of pastoring. This is my challenge that marks my ministry.
Welcome to Ministry in a Pandemic with pastors of the Emmanuel Baptist Church Aid Association under the leadership of Pastor John Bowman. Today we speak with Henry Frazier, who serves as pastor of the Greater Oak Grove Baptist Church.
I'm Pastor Henry L. Frazier, pastor of the Greater Oak Grove Baptist Church, Zachary, Louisiana. I'm the father of 3 children, married to Helen Monk Frazier. We are currently living in Zachary, Louisiana, and we have approximately about 15 grandchildren that we're very, very proud of. And I'm a retired employee of ExxonMobil here in Baton Rouge after 32 3/4 years. One of my greatest achievements was I was able to do missionary work at what was then the boys' home here in Baton Rouge. It was called LTI, Louisiana Training Institute. The community and my church supported me, and I was able to minister to them for 20 years each evening on Wednesdays. So this is pretty much a little small snapshot of where I came from. I have a private joke. Our cemetery is on Jaycock Road. That we have to get a grass cutter to keep the grass down because the hearse wheels are not wearing them down. We have had one funeral, one of our deacons passed of other causes, but we haven't had a known COVID case during this pandemic, and it's been approximately, if you look at our marquee outside, since March we hadn't gathered here as a church family. But thank God we don't have any reported instances of people who had the virus or who passed because of the virus.
That is awesome. God be praised.
It is. I give God the honor and all the praise.
Yes,
Thank you.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Being afraid is a natural instinct. If you look at the warthog and the rabbit, who's here now? Being afraid is a defense mechanism in a way that you know how to get out of the way of danger. But I would tell them from what the scriptures say, be not afraid, hold to God's unchanging hand. God will be there for you when you need him, but you must have faith. The perfect love of God casts out all fear. And I encourage this, and I try to live that. And thank God for our young people. Sister LaShonda Brown has set us up with our phone ministry. Every Sunday morning at 9:45, we call and do a phone call in, and we share through the telephone banks that we set up and talk to each other and pray. And I have some associate ministers and deacons. We do the scriptures. We do prayer. We do a prayer list, and each week, and thank God, we've been very effective. And depending on how long this goes, we are looking at a midweek service in the same like manner. And we will exercise the national standards and the state standards of Governor John Bell Edwards. We want to do the mask. We want to do the separation. And we've had the building sanitized twice since March. So we're going to obey science as we worship God. Pastors and despair is nothing new. If you go back to the days of Moses, that was a challenge, going into Egypt against insurmountable odds of an Egyptian army that the sun didn't go down on. It was so big. But God was with Moses. As Moses finally, after all the plagues that God had to bring upon Pharaoh to get his attention, then Moses had to encounter Pharaoh's wrath. He could feel that army closing in, the Red Sea out in front, and mountains all around, and people grumbling. So men of God, I encourage you to read the story of Moses. Theologically, he shouldn't have made it because there was a decree out at that time. All babies 2 and under, don't even tie their umbilical cord. So as I come today, I pray that something that we are sharing here will touch the heart of a pastor. And this is a challenge, for the 30-odd years that I've been called and the 18 plus years of pastoring. This is my challenge that marks my ministry. But I pray that something we are saying scripturally, and I say scripturally because the Bible has taught us that there are those that will come among us as raven wolves, fools and very elite among us. So I encourage them to stay with the scripture, and the scripture will sustain them. Our home number is 225-654-8462, and we have an answering service. The cell phone is sporadic up in this area, but feel free, 225-324-5567. Please feel free to use any avenue. And if you can get in touch with us, even through the Emmanuel Baptist Church Aid Association, through our website that Pastor Bowman has posted for us, we are asking that please take the advantage. And one thing I like to share with you, and I share it with my members, my clock does not have hands on it. It has no hands. So whenever you need the Lord, I'm his servant. Don't say, well, it's too early or well, it's too late. There's no such thing. You call when the need is there, and from that, we will do whatever we can to answer your call.